good morning to all the students of class 7. Dear students, how are you all? I hope you people are in good health and taking care of yourself and your family members too. Dear students, the thought of the day is be around the people that makes you or wants you to be a better person. Who makes you feel good, makes you laugh and remind you that what is important in your life. That means stay with the people who have positive thoughts. Don't be with the people who are negative. Positive people will give you always positive vibes and will help you in grow in your personality and also develop your skills. And on that note, I, Neela Seni, your SST teacher, starts with the topic which we are already doing inside our earth. Dear students, we have already done more than half of the chapter. So we'll quickly recall and move on further. Like I've given you the example, in earth, what do we see? Inside and outside. Outside we see lots and lots of things like trees, then plants, mountains, rivers, etc. You and me also, if we draw a earth, on that we can see people moving around, we can see mountains, rivers, then lots and lots of things. But the question is, is there inside our earth or is it a hollow? Has anyone seen inside the earth? No. As I have also not seen what is inside the earth. So in this chapter we will be covering what is inside the earth. You would be wondering what is inside the earth. Like when we are kids, we have a curiosity to see what is inside the ball. Open a tennis ball and try to cut it. And it was hollow. But our earth is not hollow from the inside. It has many things like if we take earth as a whole, and this is a piece of cake, we cut it and we find the uppermost layer is crust, then the inner part is mantle, and the innermost part is core. So it is crust, mantle, and core. Now I can give you one more example for this. That is, you can take the example of a half-boiled egg. If we take an example of an egg, we will see the shell, that is the uppermost part. When it is not peeled off, the shell is thin part but it is hard. So that is the crust. Now the white portion is the semi-liquid, that is mantle. And the yellow portion, that is core. So this is crust, mantle and core. I hope these three things are clear to you with the example. Now coming up to the crust as the whole. The uppermost part is the crust. The uppermost part is crust, which we have already discussed that the crust is thin and it is also strong. It is thin but it is hard. About 35 kilometers of the continental mass, about 35 kilometers it is continental Mars, which I have masses, which I have already explained you in the other prayer. You will say 35, it is thinnest, and why 35? Because Earth is thousands meter down. So for that 35 kilometers is just a piece of cake. And 5 kilometers, it is 35 kilometers, it is continental Mars, and 5 kilometers it is oceanic crust. Oceanic crust. Now let me explain you that how 5 kilometers and how 35 kilometers. Now we will take with an example that I will show you with the diagram. We have done lithosphere in previous chapter. Now this is continental crust. And this is oceanic crust. That is 5 kilometers and this is 35 kilometers. But this 35 kilometers is not so heavy, but this 5 kilometers is very heavy because it is compressed with magma and silica. That's why it is heavy. And you can take an example. Sometimes the thermocol thing, any thermocol thing which is very big, but it is very easy to be holded on. But whereas a metal thing, it might be a small but heavy to be holded on. Like that only the difference is there. Now the main minerals जो consist करते हैं, अब इसमें समझना है हमें difference कि constitutional of the जो constitute करते हैं, main mineral जो constitute करते हैं, जो कि continental crust का होता है, वो है silica, SiLiCa, plus इस सिलिका के साथ हम इसमें मिलाते हैं एल्यूमिना, ये एल्यूमिना, तो दैट इज हमने सिलिका का ले लेंगे हम Si प्लस एल्यूमिना का ले लेंगे Al, दैट विल बिकम Cr. नाउ अब ये जो मेन जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूट करता है, जो ओशियाटिक क्रस्ट है, ये हो गया आपका कॉन्टिनेंटल क्रस्ट. अब हम आ गए ओशियाटिक क्रस्ट में. तो जो मेन मिनरल कॉन्स्टिट्यूट करता है दैट इज सिलिका प्लस मैग्नीशियम. सो हम सिलिका का ले लेंगे Si प्लस मैग्नीशियम का ले लेंगे हम Ma. That will constitute and make SiMa, SiMe. I hope you people have understood till here. How is been the, now what is there as the, in the continental crust it is silica plus aluminium that makes Sial, that is continental crust. Silica plus magnesium makes SiMa, that is oceanic crust. So the uppermost layer, that is crust, composed of these minerals. Now we come to the mantle, which is in the center. Mantle consists of, mantle is just beneath the uppermost layer, that is crust. So mantle is just beneath the crust. And the mantle extends up to the depth of 2900 kilometers. Its depth is 2900 kilometers. Below the crust, crust के नीचे 35 kilometers उसका है, फिर इसका 2900 kilometers है. The core is the innermost layer of the earth's surface. The core is the innermost layer of the Earth's surface. The radius of the core is about 3500 kilometers. Its radius is 3500 kilometers. This is about the core. The radius of the core. The core is the innermost layer of the Earth's surface. The radius of the core is 3500 kilometers. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron. And iron, I have told you, is also known as ferrous. F-E-R-R-O-U-S. That is iron. And nickel. Nickel plus iron or ferrous, that we will conjugate as Ni plus Fe, which make Nif. Nif. Because iron is also known as the iron, ferrous is also known as iron. So Ni plus Fe is Nif. Now further we move on to the Earth's crust. Various types. There are various types of Earth's crust. We know that. What are they? They are the igneous rocks. And they vary in the size, color and texture. And there are three major types of rocks. They are igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. Now coming up first is igneous. Igneous, as it is written in your book also, is made up of Latin word ignis. Ignis means fire. Ignis means fire. Means fire. So ignis means fire, and when the molding melt, how it is, why the rock is named after a fire. ये तो rock है, इसका नाम fire के पीछे क्यों है? The reason behind is when the molting magma cools, it becomes solid rocks, thus formed as becoming a solid rock. Thus forms this formation is called the igneous rock. There are also called primary rocks. ये primary rocks भी कहलाते हैं. And there are two types of igneous rocks. Those are the intrusive rocks and the extrusive rocks. Two types of rocks are intrusive and extrusive rocks. Now, why is it named after? That explanation I will give you why it is known as igneous, name after fire. Because when the lava is actually fury, F-E-R-Y, fury, red molted magma coming out of the Earth's surface, on the surface, it is termed, that's why जब वो magma बाहर आता है volcano से, जब वो Earth surface पे आता है, तो जो गरम गिरता है, that comprises and becomes the rock, that is igneous rock. Now, अब इसका पूरा process होगा, when the molting melta, when the molting melta, when the molten magma cools, molting magma जब cool हो जाता है, तब वो solid हो जाता है. It becomes solid. Solid होने के बाद it becomes igneous rock. So, इसका प्रोसीजर क्या है? जो मोल्टिंग मैग्मा जब वो कूल हो जाता है वो सॉलिड फॉर्म ले लेता है, और वो सॉलिड फॉर्म लेता है किसका? इग्नियस रॉक का. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज, इग्नियस रॉक इज आल्सो कॉल्ड द प्राइमरी रॉक. अब इसको प्राइमरी रॉक क्यों बोला जाता है? क्योंकि इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू रॉक्स, दैट इज इंट्रूसिव एंड एक्सट्रूसिव. नाउ इंट्रूसिव, how is it formed? We will study about how is intrusive rocks formed. And the answer is, when the molting magma comes out of the earth surface, जब molting magma earth surface से बाहर आता है, cools down and becomes solid, जब cool हो जाता है and becomes solid, the rocks formed in such a way that they are called intrusive rocks. वो रॉक्स इस फॉर्म में होते हैं कि उनको बोला जाता है इंट्रूसिव रॉक्स. हैव अ वेरी फाइन ग्रेन स्ट्रक्चर, बहुत फाइन और ग्रेन की तरह से स्ट्रक्चर होता है इसका. और इग्नियस रॉक्स जब व्हेन द मोल्डिंग मैग्मा कूल्स डाउन डीप इनसाइड द अर्थ क्रस्ट, इंट्रूसिव, वो इंट्रूसिव बन जाता है. जब वो डीप इनसाइड द अर्थ कूल हो जाता है, ये वो अर्थ सरफेस पे होता है और ये डीप इनसाइड द अर्थ होता है. तो एक्सट्रूसिव और इंट्रूसिव का यही डिफरेंस है. और अभी आपके इस क्लास में इतना ही आपको कराना है. आगे व्हेन यू लेटर इयर्स यू विल स्टडी मोर अबाउट दिस चैप्टर. नाउ कमिंग अप टू सेडिमेंट्री रॉक्स. इन लैटिन सेडिमेंट्री मींस सेटलिंग डाउन, मतलब सेटल होना. सेडिमेंट्री रॉक्स जो है ना वो बना है सेडिमेंटम से. सेडिमेंटम है छोटे छोटे रॉक्स के जो क्रश होते हैं वो बनते हैं, वो होते हैं सेडिमेंट्स. जब ये पूरे एक सॉलिड फॉर्म ले लेता है तो वो सेडिमेंट्री रॉक बन जाता है. तो सेडिमेंट्स कलेक्ट होके मेक्स अ सेडिमेंट्री रॉक. स्मॉल फर्मेंट सेडिमेंट्स जब वो इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं तो दैट मेक्स अ सेडिमेंट्री रॉक. नाउ द लास्ट रॉक इज द metamorphic rock. And what is that? Metamorphic rock is from Greek word, means the changing of the form. किसी चीज का फॉर्म चेंज होना. तो मेटामॉर्फिक फॉर्म जो है वो चेंज करता है फॉर्म. और ये चेंज किसका करता है? ये सेडिमेंट्री टर्न्स इनटू द मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक. रॉक जो है सेडिमेंट्री वो टर्न हो जाता है मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक में. तो दैट इज नोन एज, अब मैं आपको समझाती हूँ हाउ डज द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक्स. फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक्स. अब इसकी फॉर्मेशन अब हम देखेंगे क्या होता है. मैग्मा जो कि हमने अभी पीछे ही पढ़ा है, ये यहाँ से हीट दे रहा है. और हीट दे रहा है किसको? मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक को. और ऊपर से क्या आ रहा है? इट इज प्रेशर. अब यहाँ से प्रेशर आ रहा है और यहाँ से हीट जा रही है. सो दिस इज द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक. जब प्रेशर और हीट जा रही है, मैग्मा हीट दे रहा है और प्रेशर ऊपर से आ रहा है ऑफ लेयर्स का, बहुत सारे लेयर्स का. जब ये प्रेशर आता है देन द मेटामॉर्फिक रॉक इज बीइंग मेड. सो स्टूडेंट्स दैट इज लाइक, अब मैं आपको लाइफ एग्जांपल देती हूँ इसका. लाइक व्हेन वी निट अ डो, जब हम आटा गूंथते हैं तो व्हाट डू? वी अप्लाई अ फोर्स, एंड व्हेन वी मेक इट ऑन द गैस, वी डोंट पुट इट ऑन डायरेक्टली ऑन द गैस, वी नीड अ tawa to make a chapati. So when we use that, the heat is been made like this. Heat and pressure both make the dough and then the chapatis. Now coming up to the next thing, that is the formation of rocks. You know, rocks रॉक्स साइकिल, रॉक्स बहुत चीज़ों में हमारे यूज़ होते हैं, रॉक्स का हमारी लाइफ में बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ है। अब जैसे कि अगर मैं आपको एग्जांपल दूं कि जब अगर हम रॉक साइकिल को देखा जाए तो व्हील स्टडी उसको हम को रिलेट कर सकते हैं रेन साइकिल से, वाटर साइकिल से, क्योंकि वाटर साइकिल और रॉक साइकिल बिल्कुल मिलता जुलता है। कैसे? जो वाटर साइकिल होता है उसमें भी यही होता है, क्या होता है कि रेन वाटर जो होता है वो इवेपोरेट्स होता है, ऊपर क्लाउड्स में जाता है, क्लाउड्स फॉर्म होता है, क्लाउड फॉर्म होकर रेन वापस आती है, तो वाटर साइकिल इस तरह से बनता है। नाउ द सेम इज द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द रॉक्स that I'll be telling you in our later class how the rocks are formed. So thank you dear students and have a nice day.